Welcome back, Washed Up Walk-Ons fans, to I believe episode 338 of the podcast. To be honest, I wasn't listening. I've got the most amount of shit on my mind. Life has become so ridiculously stressful that it's no longer fun. So we're gonna record this podcast, and I'm gonna try and be worth any piece of a shit. And then I'm gonna go deal with real life shit. So, Kluver, what do you got?
Wow. Wow, you're tripping me out coming into this thing. Holy shit. It's been a while. First off, it's good to see you, bub.
Welcome back, pal. Welcome back from your vacation that I paid for.
Uh, I'd be lying if I
It's
didn't say
another fucking thing I'm gonna end up paying for.
I
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
be lying if I Oh man, I feel so bad for you because I know that because here's the deal, when you get past the point of hot blood and it turns into this sick little like smile that you have on your face right now where you want to like
Bro, I'm beat up, bro.
physically and in life, because you said that you a couple hours ago you had just gotten beat up at the gym.
Yeah, man. My coach beat me up today.
I saw something on Instagram that said this kid's guard needs some work or something like
It's a liability. And listen, I submitted that guy twice. Okay. And I was having fun doing things that I don't usually do. I was using my feet and I was trying to just do unique shit and figure it out. So yes, that guard was a liability, but he can suck me because he still couldn't get me.
What's is a guard just describing your defense from somebody else?
Yeah, if you're on bottom, you need to either have a guard on or be getting to one, because if you do not have a guard of some sort, you are in quite a predicament.
You're gonna get worked, huh?
It's tough.
Vacation was good. I think we'll get into some of that for the Patreon. I
Good.
feel like there's maybe a lot built up for the Patreon. I hate to say it. And I'm not selling the Patreon.
If you have a list of things, you better just start keeping it, because I don't even remember.
I've got some. Well, I always have a running list because Tech Guy isn't completely incompetent on this thing. But it has been 12 days since you and I have talked on a microphone together, which is probably healthy for us if we're being honest. But normally, the farthest that you and I go is 4 days, like a Wednesday night to a Sunday night. So it's been a little bit, and you and I have both traveled, and there was some shit that it sounds like there was some shit that went down in the
Oh,
Tennessee.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
we're already past Gatlinburg and that whole fiasco.
Pigeon Forge.
I was in San Diego, also spent a day in LA, and that had plenty of entertainment in a 6-day span. Thought I was going to have to sleep in another airport or potentially Hotel Outlaw in Denver. We were close. Which, shout out to Josie, by the way, just being a guy. I text Josie. They're in camp, right? Football camp just started. Everybody, you saw the videos of Josh Allen starting a fight at camp.
That's Josh Allen energy.
Getting pushed after the play. You saw football's a full swing. It's hot. It's sticky. You see the highlights. Camp is just, it's in the air. You saw the video of Tristan Wirfs snagging a Krispy Kreme. Middle of practice. Jealous. Did you see his face too? He's such a big kid, dude. Oh my God, am I jealous of Tristan? And that next contract that he's going to sign. Ooh, it's going to be so big. When does he sign a new contract?
After this year. It'll just be a negotiation for an extension.
Yeah, for the 5th-year option or whatever.
No, it'll be a brand new contract with Tampa Bay.
It's going to be so big. He's going to be the
highest paid right tackle ever.
He's going to be the highest, damn near the highest paid guy on their team.
Damn near.
I don't know what Brady's gonna do, but they got Julio Jones now down in
Yeah, it's
Tampa.
pretty crazy.
So
Tom Brady to Julio, that's gonna work out.
licking his lips.
Yeah, that's gonna work out.
So you've seen the videos, and we're in full swing. I was, I ended up in San Diego the week that Comic-Con fucking scheduled for San Diego. So I was walking around with I'm a weird guy. I'm a tech guy. I like Minecraft, which in fact you asked me while you were in Tennessee what the name of the Minecraft game was. I don't know why that came up.
Yeah.
I was walking around.
I was actually making fun of you about how you were playing Minecraft while we were doing the crawfish boil.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, I'm walking around this downtown gas lamp area of San Diego, cool area, but everybody's dressed like fucking Iron Man. People people got on their Harry Potter costumes. Spider-Man, Hulk, everything. I was it was something. Um, so a lot has happened. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of football in this episode. Kevin's ass is in Vegas. What's he doing?
And him and Brian took their ladies to Vegas. I mean, to me, I'd rather just go with the bro. If I
You don't want
was,
to take the female counterpart to the Sin City?
I mean, Kaylee and I go and do what we like to do in Vegas together. But
Right.
if I'm going with my buddy, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm probably trying to play poker and be a
Right.
degenerate
I
and
was
not.
I
Yeah.
th- I thought about maybe calling Kevin into this podcast. Maybe if it gets really sticky. Um Drake and I were gonna we agreed before this that this isn't gonna be a long episode. This is more of like a hey, we're back. We both
Football's right around the corner. Drake is down bad with some bullet holes in him.
I need to is one of the bullet holes the fact that your house, your brand new house, of which Drake just drove 300 hours across.
2 hours in a 26-foot U-Haul,
Oh,
all to come home to my very expensive bed being ruined from travel, our TV being ruined from travel,
no.
and my entire master bedroom being ruined, flooded. Uh, our master is completely unusable. And now I have to deal with a scumbag builder. Like this guy's a sleazeball. He's try and get every dime out of you he can, not spend a dime more than he has to, type of scumbag. He was trying to talk me around some repairing the carpet instead of replacing it after his build went bad and flooded my fucking master.
Wow. That's not good.
Dude, this has been it's been a tough 3-4 days, dude.
And you're at the end of your rope, huh?
I mean, this is just not what you look for.
Man,
This is adversity that you just simply don't look for.
not the sudden change you were hoping for, huh?
Because, dude, now imagine this. Imagine this builder's not trying to replace the whole ceiling. Imagine this builder's not trying to have all of the walls checked for moisture. Imagine this dude doesn't actually want to replace the carpet. And now I'm in a lawsuit with this motherfucker. Now I'm going to court. Are you serious? Do I really need this right now? Because I can't kill him, dude. My instant visceral reaction is to have my hands around his throat. Like Kaylee thinks he's a scumbag. Kaylee would be all right with it. She wouldn't stop me. And
Uh,
my instant reaction is to fillet his face with my elbows.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
And I'm worried I'm gonna end up in court over this cocksucking house that I shouldn't have ever bought.
Okay, outside of the current issues that you have, what else is wrong with the house? I thought you sent us the Zillow on it. You sent us the Addy. I thought it looked like a nice house, nice area. I mean, you're out in the middle of the desert, so I don't know about nice area, but
No. That's the reason I bought it, is because I'm getting there before the
civilization.
the boom gets there,
Yeah.
because of the city plans, the development plans on that. It's
Sure.
gonna make me a bunch of money. That's why I bought it. Dude, we can only get satellite internet.
Tell me,
we can't stream anything.
okay, yeah, tell me about this. You text me yesterday. I get a text to the Kevin, Drake, Tyler's the text conversation, and Drake says, "Guys, I'm gonna have to actually plan around the podcast now because
I gotta go to the stew.
I just found out that we have satellite internet, and
And like, who knows how good of a podcast I guess we could test it, but
so you're
we
not at your
really-
house right now,
I'm at Jared's.
and you plan on doing every podcast that we do.
Well, here's the thing. I plan on chilling with Jared on Sundays anyways and watching football, because I'm gonna
Okay.
train on Sunday
Well,
mornings,
That's true.
then watch some football with him, record the podcast, then go home to the lady.
Okay.
So that day was taken care of, right?
Yeah.
But Tuesday and Wednesday are not. And Kaylee's not working from home anymore, which is nice, but there's supposedly like a very moderate data cap where your internet just throttles once you reach what they call the gap. And it is not a very big amount of internet. And like, I don't just want to have our podcast ruined from satellite internet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm gonna
And
have to.
the internet itself is not good enough. Out like the LTE
Yeah.
is not good enough for me to do it on my headphones on my phone.
Yep.
So I legitimately have to plan around the podcast now on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Okay. I'm trying to think and brainstorm on the fly here. What I'm gonna have to look into. I'm tech guy, but I don't even know if I've ever heard of satellite internet.
Dude, it ain't good, bro.
What does that mean? You're getting internet from Elon's
From
space?
a satellite, dude. Somebody came and put a small satellite dish on the side of our house yesterday that is picking up signal from some satellite somewhere.
Oh no. Oh no.
So that's what we're working with, bub.
And there's no other options.
Listen, when I tell you that the other option is me shitting in my hand and hoping that turns into internet, I'm talking that's the only other option.
Wow. All right. So the podcast has hit some adversity.
Dude, my life has hit some adversity, bro.
You have. Well, I was gonna say you've been up on the game of this whole real estate thing. You've been fucking.
Dude,
Well,
I've been parlaying and hitting, bro. Let me be.
You've been hitting on black and then just letting it ride, and it just keeps hitting on black. But we got a red hit. Red finally hit. And
No, because the builder is responsible for everything within the first year.
Oh,
right.
Well,
But
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna want to do it to my standards. He's gonna try and thin the fucking bottom line.
He's gonna budget your ass.
And that's not how we're playing this game. Like, I play for keeps, dude. I'm gonna make it so you don't see your family again if you fuck with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie him up in the basement that doesn't exist, aka I'm gonna dig a hole 12 feet and they'll never find his ass.
This is gonna turn into John Wayne Gacy's basement panels, where if you pull the door off, you find a body.
This guy can't play with me, dude. That's not how we roll. If your product is bad and it goes bad and I have nothing to do with it, and it's within the first month of me owning the house, we've got problems.
How far away are you from like a grocery store?
3 miles. There's a Walmart 3 miles away.
Okay, so that's actually not bad. That's good. Okay, and how far away are you from Jared's?
12 miles, 14 miles.
Okay, so it's not like you're traveling all the way across Phoenix, so that's a good thing. Okay. All right. Well, as you know, because of our break, I think Kevin even tuned in a little worried, like, hey, we podcasting? Like, what is this thing still an operation? And I took care of the boys. I did a little 90-minute interview with David Eichholt last week that I split into 2 parts in preparation for. And I reran the Chad Greenway podcast, which evidently a ton of people had not listened to, like new listeners. So hopefully everybody enjoyed that. I know I got several people who reached out who said you did enjoy that. And I honestly, when I redid it, re-listened to the whole thing, Chad is a treat. So if you did listen to it the first time around, go back and listen to it again, even though our audio quality isn't nearly as good. I can, you know what? Season is coming around. There's a lot of content to be had, a lot of people that are willing to hop on the mic. Tech guy might just have to up his game and have a few backup plans, you know, in the holster, right? And that just, you know, if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. The show will go on. It's not always going to be a, you know, whatever this podcast ends up being, 40 minutes or so. With you being gone, I highly doubt that you were privy to any of this. Big Ten Media Days happened. We sent Kayvon and Jack Campbell and Sam Laporta. And I don't know if there's a whole lot more news to report, but basically the feeling is that we are potentially looking at, sort of like we were last year, again, one of Phil Parker's best outfits of the time. And that our offensive line is coming along a little bit. Said that there was a little confidence. Even with Linderbaum gone, this is from HawkeyeInsider.com. I believe this is by Eichholt and Bach. Kirk Ferentz was not shy to admit that offensive line for Iowa last year struggled at times. Hey, KF, it's an understatement, buddy. We were trash. We were fucking horrible last year on the offensive line, and that's no offense to any of those guys or their families, but we just weren't good. Outside of Tyler Linderbaum, who Harbaugh had a quote on that said, yeah, he says hi sometime, or I say hi to him in the hallways. Sometimes he says hi back. That guy's not really worried about anything else other than blitz packages. Dude, just like Linderbaum's just, he's the guy. He's that guy.
And did you hear what Lamar said about him?
No, I didn't.
He's like, I've never seen a center run that fast in my life.
He's so fast.
Yeah.
Well, you just look at the clip when he ran behind Goodson in that snowy game versus Wisconsin for that long touchdown towards the end of the game. And you're just like, okay, yeah, I get it.
He was just stretching out the wheels. He was just showing off.
Guy has high hip rate turnover.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a long.
Put him down.
His hip rate can fight. Like Doyle always used to talk about 2 things, not just Doyle, all the strength coaches.
Length and frequency.
Length of stride and frequency of stride. It's the only 2 ways that you can change.
Time spent on the ground.
Yeah. And Linderbaum, for as big as he is, he's got a pretty damn good frequency. Motherfucker can run. Quote, this then offensively, unlike the defense, or not unlike the defensive line, we were young last year, Ferentz said. We had one of the best players in college football in Tyler Linderbaum, but overall, we're a pretty young group. We lose Tyler, but collectively, we feel good about the group and anxious to see how they develop. I don't know if anxious is the right word that we were looking for, but it's probably a valid word. Iowa released the initial 2 deep. We also got a depth chart Tuesday morning. Mason Richmond, left tackle. That was the same as last year. Ellsbury as the starting left guard. Logan Jones, who moved from D-line. He's pulling the old Linderbaum move over to the offensive line, is going to be the starting center, or at least he's slotted there. Colby, who got a lot of good reps last year as a true freshman, is now starting at right guard, and Jack Plum at right tackle. And I think there was news, I know we talked about it in the Discord, that Justin Britt is going to be out for the season with an injury. And then there was one other kid, a receiver, Wick. Was it the Wick kid maybe? Was out for the year. Laporta and Lachey are going to be great at tight end. We also have the transfer from Lafayette, Steven Stylianos, who's a hoss. Kid's huge, I think. And so we're going to be fine there. Old Xavier Wampa, not even on the 2 deeps. Not even on the 2 deeps yet. which doesn't surprise me necessarily. I think people underestimate, and Kevin talked about this early on when, well, shit, we did a podcast when X committed live. We were talking about what's his immediate impact. Kid's going to play special teams. You can't keep him off the field there. He's going to find his way into a role 2 or 3 different spots. But how quickly can a guy like that learn the system, even a simple system like we have? It's going to take a little time. And I think that you would find if you went back, there's a lot of people who don't start on the 2 deeps who kind of, they work their way in. There they are. And then they start to play. They start to feel a little confidence. They get that first hit or Big Ten tackle in, and it changes a little bit. They talked about Brian doesn't have a ton of experience coaching quarterbacks. However, he knows the ins and outs of the Iowa offense. And he's also getting help from the former Wisconsin quarterbacks coach, John Boudmeyer. And I think that's a good thing. I think that actually might be like a low-key, pretty important part of this year if our offense goes from 121st in explosive play rate percentage in the country to anywhere above that. So that's what we're hoping for. That's about all the Iowa news I have for you. Other than that, camp has started. I'm getting a few rumblings from some people I know.
Let me hear it. What are you hearing?
We're getting some rumblings.
What are you hearing?
I need to let the rumblings develop. But I think the Hawks are going to have a chance. I did hang out with Keith Duncan today. Your boy still got it in him, by the way. No, your boy is in me.
Oh. I thought we discussed that. I don't really like.
Well, I think that's still up for debate on a day-to-day basis. However, regardless of your feelings towards me, my ability to come out of the garage, come off the shelf, as they say, get them fingers loose, get them shoulders loose, them knees, and snap a football, kid still got it. I'm going to post a video of myself snapping. Keith, as we know, is turning into the kicking camp mogul.
He's going to make a bunch of money, huh?
A lot. Well, yeah, we can talk about that after the podcast, but
good for him, bro. He did it.
And
he literally pulled the walk-on specialist dream.
Yeah.
Have a legendary career and then make a ton of money on special teams after your career.
Correct. The high schoolers start camp tomorrow. So Keith has been running these Sunday kicking sessions, small group sessions. Needed a snapper. Called up the local guy, the local old, the old bull, as they say. They don't say that.
The scumbag.
The
fucking pulled him out of the fucking off Skid Row in LA.
The tech guy, fresh out of San Diego and
spending his buddy's money.
Yeah. And we lubricated the joints, went out there, and we snapped. And I still got it. If the XFL wanted to,
but they don't. They clearly told you.
Evidently, they don't.
Are not interested.
They're like, this guy probably ain't it. But they're lost because the video I'm going to post, they're going to be looking at me like, son of a bitch. Should have had that guy on one of the squads. Unfortunately, they don't. What are the odds now that we actually get Kittle or some of these guys now that they're in camp? Pretty low?
Zero. So
you lied to me.
Yeah, but I mean, life goes on.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got a few people lined up. I was also contacted by somebody at Pro Football Focus who wants to have one of their guys maybe come on the podcast. And I was like, oh, fuck. At this point, we'll take content until the season starts. So
yeah, shit, I'll curse out somebody from PFF. No problem.
Well, I figure we can talk about some of the stats and the highest ratings that like Linderbaum set and some of what the guys are doing now in the league, like Kittle and Wirfs PFF numbers. I am gonna straight up ask him like, hey, how the fuck do you come up with these?
Yeah, what the fuck do y'all think you know?
Like the ratings, how does this work? Like what?
Tell me what you think you know, pal.
So we got one of those guys. Also got in contact with The creator of, so there's another collective, not the Iowa NIL club, the one that we're going to steal eventually next year. But there's another one called the Iowa Swarm, the Swarm Collective, which is another NIL club type deal. It's run by, let me pull it up, tech guy with the stuff. Oh, what's the guy's name? Oh god, no, I can't find it. Oh good. Okay, sick. Yep, I lost it. Created by a golfer. I believe he was also a former walk-on for the Hawks. He was a golfer, now he's washed up like us, and started the Swarm Collective. And it's not just for football athletes, but I think it's for basketball athletes as well. Maybe some other people. I would imagine the golf team. I don't know. Maybe all athletes at the university. Another place that you can put your money. And we're going to have him maybe on as well to kind of pump that so we can get some more eyes and ears on the subject of the people of Iowa and the Iowa fan base shelling out their hard-earned green so that we can just give it to kids in college at the university.
Which is wild, dude. I thought we were just going to capitalize off of the big, corporations and shit. I didn't think they were just going to be asking people for Patreon subs.
What do you think we're doing? Oh, by the way.
Yeah, we're washed, dude.
I was gonna say we're scumbags. Like, well, that's what they expect from us. Speaking of the Patreon, a huge jump again in Patreon subscribers, and frankly, because it's one of the perks, then I should probably follow through on the perk. So, here's the new subscribers since our last time we recorded, and I said this. Hey, Patreon, do better with your homepage here. All right, I don't remember where we left off, but we got Matthew, Carl, Peyton, Tyler, Joshua, Sarah, Andrew, Scott. You didn't put your real name, but Shackler, Mallet, Mitch, Josh, Ghost of Floyd, and Dan.
14.
Welcome to the army, boys and girls. And if you're keeping count,
and Kluver thanks you for his vacation,
which we are at home, right? Because again, we got a kid on the way. Mama's at 20 weeks today, as of recording this. In fact, Drake, we find out the gender if it's going to be a boy or a girl tomorrow. So this
text me?
This dad life is getting serious.
You gonna text me?
We actually don't. We'll get the envelope from the doctor tomorrow, and then we're gonna do a little thing with our families a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, just text me though. I'm not a snitch. I don't have social media. Yeah, I'm not gonna post it.
I will.
Bro, send me a picture of his big old dick.
Dude, I'm his dad.
Yeah, but I mean, I can still hope for your kid.
Yeah, and I can too. And believe me, I am. My brother. So funny story. I don't mean to blast you like this, Zach, but I'm texting my brother the other day.
But he's got a little pee-pee.
No. So he's stoked to be an uncle, obviously. And I'm like, dude, you're not just an uncle like soon. Like, we're gonna find out if you're gonna have a niece or a nephew. And he's like, yeah, man, that's crazy. Like, Zach, he's like the most free spirit. He's like, yeah, man, that's crazy. Sends a text right afterwards. Hopefully a nephew, though. In like the most standard tone. Like, hopefully a nephew, honestly. Like, I just sent back crying emojis. Like, dude, that's just so one-sided.
What if you have a daughter, bro? I can't believe Josie had a daughter. Josie being a girl dad, from the Josie that I was roommates with to Josie girl dad, is wild.
Mick might be carrying on that one.
No, dude, I'll bet Josie's gotten stupid soft with his daughter.
So soft, dude. Yeah. Do you know how soft my kid's not even out yet, and I've been getting soft since I had the idea of like, maybe I want to create one of these things. The change in my chemical makeup inside of my brain, I was already a pussy. been a pussy. Established 2013. I'm a double pussy now. Dude, dude, I'll walk like in San Diego. We're walking, we went to, so when we went up to LA, we went to Santa Monica, the pier and stuff, walked around, beautiful place. Kids everywhere, right? Families. And I'm just like, man, like this is going to be us soon. And I'm like looking at like these little kids running around. And if I think about it too much, bro, I could cry. I'll cry right there on the spot. And it's happened every day of this pregnancy. Something
Bro, are you the one pregnant or is your wife? Okay, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I've got the hormones too, I guess.
Jared's flipping you off right now, bro. He's literally shaking his head.
Jared can eat my ass. He can straight up eat my ass. So anyway. And Jared has to call me Daddy Kloov, by the way. That's
I'll bet you that he goes to his grave before that ever comes out of his mouth.
We'll see. Speaking of Jared and the homies from the Musk Dream area, shout out Joe Weezy. Guy got married.
Was very sorry to miss that wedding, man. Got the invite but couldn't make it. I was driving across the country, and
I was gonna ask you. You chose the wrong weekend to go for 32. Should have just popped up, congratulated the Wheezies, ate a piece of cake, bounced.
My house was gonna be ruined when I got there, no matter what.
True. Yeah. I mean, who knows? If you would have given it an extra day, maybe it would have burned down or something. You never know what would happen. How are the dogs, by the way?
Dogs are great, man. They really love the backyard.
Dude, your backyard is massive.
Massive, bro. It sits on an acre, and most of it is in the back.
Dude.
The back is like 3/4 of an acre.
I think I don't know if it was your Instagram or Kaylee's story, but it's gigantic.
Yeah.
Them dogs got all the room to run.
Yeah. We've been using one of those big tennis ball throwers.
Yeah.
Throwing the tennis ball. Bane's been loving that.
I was going to say, I know Bane is in heaven. Anyway, shout out to those new Patreon members. Your boy was on an hour Peloton ride yesterday because, I do the fitness, right? And in my head, I was coming up with some ideas. There's a podcaster in the CrossFit space that has been taking over, and the way that he runs his show and just absolutely dominates, just gets guests on guests. He's pumping out like sometimes 2-3 podcasts a day, just flooding the space with content. I got inspiration. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm not doing enough. So as we roll into the season here, watch out, because there might be some new extra podcasts coming. I've got this idea that's maybe a weekly show called Pun Alert. I got an idea for some other people that I want to bring on for some week after week, some contiguous content, stuff that happens over and over each week. Some of it may be on the Patreon, some of it may be free. Maybe you'll get a third episode free each week. I'm not sure, but I'm inspired to do more with this thing. And
yeah, bro, this kid's gonna break your fucking bank account, ain't it? It's got you stressing. Got you over here thinking about all the different ways you can make a buck.
Well, maybe, man. Maybe I don't know.
Says, Drake, let me get another hour from you a week so I can make a couple of dollars.
No.
Baby formula. My kid's gonna starve. Drake.
I can't. Yeah, well, I can't ask you for it because you're fucking satellite internet. You're gonna have to dial up. It'll take 35 minutes for you to go. All right, Drake, you're in. And then if anybody moves the cord or a car drives by outside, it's going to shake the satellite and you're done. There goes Drake. So, yeah, man, I'm going to have to take this thing onto my own. Hopefully Kevin gets his head out of his ass, quits wasting money in Vegas, and he can participate in this thing. But regardless, if you get lost in Arizona and Kevin never comes back from the Cosmopolitan, I'll be just fine. I'll find a way to keep this train running. And me and the Walkon army will keep moving. But it is what it is. So, anything else? I think I have a list here, but we're not going to get to it.
Next time you hear from me, I might be in court.
Checking in, Drake from the defendant.
Block 6
from the fucking stand. Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that you will tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Nah, I tell some jokes.
Talk about how you want to fucking kill. I know this. I put this down on the list too, and maybe this is we can just tease this as like maybe a sell for the Patreon. You know, if giving kids money, you know, and saving lives and giving them blankets and Christmas presents and, you know, contributing to the Walkon's pockets aren't enough, right? And an extra content per week, an extra podcast episode per week of our two dumbasses isn't enough for your $8 a month, $12 a month. Then maybe a story about Drake sharding himself.
Oh, dude, I forgot.
Is that a DHT story?
Dude, it was tough.
Okay, we'll leave it because I know we wanted to make this podcast a little shorter. Just want to say thank you for having us back. We're back. I don't know. God, we're about, I think yesterday, as of recording this on the 31st, the 30th of July was 5 Saturdays out. So we are less than, we're 34 days away. Plenty of people to get in during that time. A couple people that we want to talk to in the lead up to the season. And then we're going to be previewing and reviewing games. Okay. It's going to be here. By the way, if you're interested, if you're a Patreon subscriber, or if you subscribe today, the discount codes have been updated. New Walkon Army store is going up soon. The fall drop. And we also have the opposite color flags, right? We do the black with the yellow wording. The gold flags black print is coming out soon. And in support of the Tyler Kluwer Foundation, which is a foundation that wants to suck you dry of every dollar you have because I need to buy diapers, Hawks by a Million onesies are in the works.
Wow, we really got kid merch now.
Kid merch.
We're at that point of life that you're having kid and putting out kid merch.
Yep, got to milk it for everything I got, and we're almost 28.
What happened to being in Hillcrest, dude?
I know, we should have stayed another year.
Should have stayed 10 more years and never gave up the dream.
This would have been, next year would have been year 10. Imagine a decade in Hillcrest. Oh, man.
Nobody's ever done it, bro, but I know your fat ass could have eaten Hillcrest cheeseburgers for a decade for sure.
Mashed potatoes, like box mash. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Ice cream bar, ice cream at every meal.
Shit.
Come on now. All right.
Bro, let's end this podcast.
We'll leave it there. Excited to get into the season with y'all. Again, like I said, one of those new things might be some live YouTube shows where I'm going to try and figure out a call-in situation. So that could get a little bit dicey / very on brand for us.
Love that.
We're going to figure that out, but I'm trying to advance this thing, trying to figure out new creative, fun, entertaining ways to bring you Hawkeye content. So we'll talk to you again. Hopefully Kevin will be back. Honestly, you'd have to go over to Jared's in the morning. I wanted to do fucking DeMarco Wednesday morning, but I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to have to literally plan this out. Wednesday mornings / middays are his best time.
And here's the thing is that this Wednesday can't work for me because Kaylee's in Kansas City and I got the dogs. I got to train. I you know what I'm saying? It just
this operation's being driven into the ground. We'll talk to you then. We'll figure it out. Somebody will be here. I'll probably do a solo interview, and that'll be what you hear on Thursday. But otherwise,
if I miss a convo with DeMarco, I'm gonna be pissed. Push it back a week, dick.
No, not with DeMarco. I got a couple other people I'll do convos with.
All right.
We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Peace.